good morning, chat. Happy Monday. It's also the first trading day of the week for August. How's everyone doing? Morning, Dawson, Arch, Shirag, Leo, Pablo, good morning. Magda, how you guys doing? DJ, TJ, Zenos, good morning, good morning. All right, so posted the pre-market plan in our Discord. Uh, so here's the level that we need to keep an eye on, right? We talked about the supply zone. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. This always happens. All right. So we're talking about, so the main key for this week is going to be the supply zone. All right. So 7563 to 7570. Are we going to start to find acceptance above, right, for that next leg up? Or are we going to get, are we going to get some rejections here to possibly fill some gaps from, the overnight session and test the lower demand zones? All right. So currently, right now, that's what we're getting, right? We're getting that rejection. We got that large print. I talked about this in the pre-market in the Discord, so make sure you guys read it for the guys that are in there. Uh, we retested that level, right, and we're starting to see some rejections here. Very large orders coming in during the pre-market as well, and we're kind of hitting this target now, right, for downside. So keep an eye on this one, 7540 to 7545. If we start to find some bounce here, again, the key demand zone will continue to be this level. All right. And I'll continue to change, or I'll continue to make some comments or notes on what I'm seeing in the order flow. But for right now, again, that is your supply zone. This is your intraday demand, and the next area of interest will be that 7515 to 7520. So good luck. Good luck. It is Monday. Let's be patient. Wait for the levels to come to us and not chase, not chase price. Morning, guys. Nasdaq again continue to be weak. Continue to be weak. You're starting to break below that 28,400 that we had listed out. So it's continue to show relative weakness compared to the other indices. But one thing to note, guys, this is not an overall kind of push down, right? Where you're seeing some selective, mainly in the tech sector. Dow is still looking strong. IWM still looking strong. SPY ES is still looking strong. It's just the Nasdaq. Leo, you should have gotten it. If you haven't, send me an email. You guys, so anyone that got accepted should have gotten the email already. But if you haven't, I'll double check. But this is my email right here. But Leo, yes, you should have gotten accepted. Lots of selling that occurred before the market opened here, right around the 7555, right? 7555, 54, and we're now retesting that level. So let's see how price react here. we have about 37 people watching here today. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, let's smash that like button. We have about 5 likes right now. Let's get to 20. Appreciate it. We do have news coming out today at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. So just a friendly reminder there. We have ISM coming out, ISM Manufacturing PMI. Limit order there at 7568. I think that's about 1,000 lots if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1,000 lots there. Morning, Vimal. How you doing? How you doing? Still continuing to get rejected here, but again, trying to be patient. We do have news at 10 o'clock, and it's only 9:35. Waiting for the first 15 minutes of mark of the candle to form here, and for the orb to form. Nasdaq trying to get above, so you're right above that 2,400 now. Um, would like to see a push above 28.6, like 28,550 to 28,600 on that one. More aggressive buyers there at 7,567. It's 150, TJ. It's 150. Yeah, so again, we just opened the Discord, and I'll go live there sometime this week just to get an idea from everyone. If you guys have any ideas on what to add in our Discord, let me know. Right. I know I'm gonna add the settings that I have, so you guys can just look back there. Um, settings for ES, and then the heat map. I'll also work on um, grabbing the template from Motivewave, so you guys can just copy it and import it to yours. So I'll be working on that this week. Invitation is closed. ING developer. I want to see how it is in the next month or so, and we'll reopen it if if we see some good things from it. Good morning, good morning. Morning, Pranav. All right, so continuing to struggle here, right? At the supply zone, you did peak above that 7570, but we're really not seeing anything right now. So we're leaving some low volume nodes here, right around the 7555 to 7558, right? Around this area. But I need to see some type of a bigger move here, maybe the 7580s. And if that's the case, I'll mark this. But that is a valid low volume node. That's also where your large trades came in, right? So currently, if you read our pre-market plan, we're kind of respecting both sides, right? We're respecting the demand zone where we anticipated a bounce, and that's also where you got rejected during the pre-market, right? Inside the supply zone. So now what we want to see is, first, we're seeing a reaction off of our demand zone. We bounced. Second, what do we want to see, right? For more confirmation, either a break above this this supply where we find acceptance, right? We either consolidate here, or if we see some large aggressive orders coming through the tape to play to the upside, or we get a breakout, right? And then an aggressive pullback, which my area of interest now is right around that 7555 to 7558, right? This area here for a potential bounce. Again, that's going to be a low volume node strategy. I have Aisha, Aish, I'm just going to call you Aish. I have, there's a lot of manual input that you have to do, and settings that you have to change. So, I mean, it's powerful. I like CR too, but Motivewave is kind of my thing now. More aggressive sellers there at the 7562. Got absorbed, followed by aggressive buyer, which you're pushing up right now. We have about 4 minutes left until the orb forms. Trades, Leslie says, I don't know why my heat map only shows the resting orders for only 30 minutes. Is this right? Yeah, you have to change the setting there. So you got to go through the order heat map settings. You got to change this. The max history. You got to change that. But then understand that you got to have it's going to require a lot of memory, right? On your computer. So it's going to slow down if you don't have a good memory and a good RAM. You can increase it to 6,000 or 9,000. It's up to you. Keep an eye on the Nasdaq there at the 28,400 and also the opening price at 28,419. If we're going to see some type of bounce here, this is the level where it needs to defend. Hard for me to long at this level since we're at supply and the supply zone is being respected on ES. Again, I'd like to see a pullback into this, possible low volume node here. I'm going to be using Nasdaq as my confluence there. If it bounces at that 28,400 while ES is being respected at this low volume node, then that's going to be my confirmation for a potential long. And we'll look to target 7576 to 7580, above 7580. I think we got room, right? I don't really have any level until the 7600, which is your psychological level. It's just VWAP, volume weighted average price. This yellow line here. It's extended version, extended hours. A lot of aggressive buying that came through there at the 28,435 on Nasdaq, which is a good sign, right? That's a good sign. All right, we just kind of double top there on ES, it looks like. Orb is now formed. We got about 46 people watching here, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's smash that like button. We got about 14. Let's get to 20, 25. Appreciate it. Just helps the algorithm. What's everyone's plan today? Are you guys looking for longs? Are you guys looking for shorts? What is the sentiment? Let's do a vote here. Just posted the poll. You guys long, short, no bias? Shorts, longs for me so far. For me, again, my long bias was down here, which is being supported, right? And if we start to find acceptance at this 75, at this supply zone, which currently this is, I'm viewing it as price acceptance, right? We're consolidating within supply zone. So to me, it's a little bit bullish. Unless we start breaking below 7540, right? Then that to me is we're probably gonna come down and fill that overnight gap. But the thing is, do I want to be long here? No, I don't want to be long here. What I want to see is some type of rejection where, you know, we form this bullish low volume node, right? This is a low volume node strategy. This is where I'd look for a potential long. right, this is where I'll look for a potential long here at the low volume node. So reminder, 10 o'clock, we have news coming out. $900 lots there at 7572. Another 1,000 lots. So look, keep an eye on this one, right? Another spoof. Right when it was about to get filled, they moved the order. So let's see how price, let's see if that can actually get filled. Maybe we'll see some either continuation here or we see some directional move after those orders gets filled. And Q moving so fast right now. Doesn't it always move fast? That's why I hate, not that I hate trading it, it's just I don't like trading it using order flow. It's just way too fast for me. Alright, gonna end the poll now. See what everyone's bias is. Wow, pretty split. 30% short, 30% bias. A no bias, 30% long. It's probably gonna hit our target to the upside at 7580 and get maybe we get a rejection there. Lots of big orders coming through. I don't know what's going on here. Jeez. 1,000 lots there, buy side. Also, just be careful, right? Trump is still. Be careful with Trump tweets. That's all I'm gonna say. The reason why we gapped up during the during overnight is because he tweeted that he said that they're gonna hold the attack on Iran. There's your upside target at 7580. Again, no entry for me. Just waiting for this news to come out at 10 o'clock. Any of you guys trade in the first 15 minutes of market open? Do you guys just, if you see the setup, do you guys just trade it or do you guys wait? For me, the reason why I wait for the first 15 minutes of market open is just because based on my data, right, of, you know, 5, 6 years of journaling my trades, a lot of my losing trades were in the morning. It wasn't because the setup was wrong or the analysis was wrong. It's just that it was very volatile. So then my entries would be either way above or where I originally want to enter, since the volatility is really high. So then it stops me out. It wicks below my stop loss area, and then it'll just move in the right direction. So I really try my best to just not trade the first 15 minutes and just wait. Even though the setup is there, I gotta listen. I gotta listen to my data. I trade it. Magnus traded it. Trade if there's a setup. You take the setup. No. I mean, I will sometimes when there's no news. But right now, like when there's no if it's like no news on 9:45 or 10 o'clock, and it's just pure price action, right? If the setup is there, I'll maybe take it, but it's pretty low percentage. So what we're seeing right now, we got the demand zone bounce. We pushed into supply, right? What did we see? Did we see rejection or did we see consolidation? We saw consolidation, right? This to me was bullish, and that's why I said that let's look for a pop into the 7580 where we see some type of rejection here to maybe enter on either the 7572 or the low volume node here. So this is the reason why I was long bias for now. NQ, right? The Nasdaq also was your confluence there, right? I said the 28,400 to 28,420. As long as that level is supported, right? You're looking for more upside, and it was supporting on retest. So here's the Nasdaq that it's really quick, right? This is your important level. I also posted this in the Discord yesterday. 28,400 to 28,420. That's where you bounced, right? So as long as this level is supported now on this push up, maybe let's look to the left. You're coming up at a resistance right now. Opening price from yesterday was 28, or on Friday was 28,577. But honestly, I don't have anything until this supply zone, right? 28,700 to 28,750. That's my next supply. So you got some room there on the Nasdaq. Stay patient here. Another level that you can keep an eye on is that 7576 big trades. Right, about 1,000 lots there. Less than 2 minutes until data comes out. Another 350 lots buy side got filled at 7586. It's a really strong move now. Can we get some type of pullback here, or is the pullback at that 7545? Was that it? Here's the 10 o'clock news. Nothing so far. Again, if I want to be long here, I need some type of pullback. I just can't chase this move. Or if I want to short this, right, I need to see market structure shift based on the order flow. Meaning, what I want to see now is, you're seeing aggressive buyers and prices moving up, right? Now, what I want to see if there's indeed sellers is I want to see aggressive buyers starting to stall and then sellers coming in, right? Red profile starts coming in, whether on the heat map or the footprints. Same, again, same type of strategy, same type of setup that I look for on a day-to-day basis. Nothing changes. You guys have seen it plenty of times. Unless that profile shows, I'm not looking to get into any type of trades. Right now, what we're seeing is what? We're seeing aggressive buyers continuing to push price higher. Right? Look at the sellers. They're trying here, but they're not gaining traction. Aggressive buyers are continuing to push price. If you're looking to short, be very careful. You're not seeing any indication yet to short. Morning, Borat. There's a call wall at 754. Yeah, I don't really look at GX, but I'll start looking into that. I actually looked into it this weekend, and I'm also looking to partner with someone, and hopefully I can provide that data to you guys. But again, it's still too early to tell. I'll let you guys know. GX levels nice for GX levels. pullback on NASDAQ. Keep an eye. There's a lot of orders that came through at that 29,530s. That's also where your orb high is. So keep an eye on that. If that fails to hold, you might see a deeper pullback. But I'm keeping an eye on the on ES here. I mean, the next pullback that I'm looking at for ES, because I think this low volume node is going to be a deep pullback. If we don't get that, I'm keeping an eye on the 7576 to 7570, like this area here. This area could be a potential pullback area that we could look into. Again, it's just an area of interest. We still need confirmation on that one. We'll watch the order flow. The reason why, just want you guys to understand why I'm looking at the 7576 and 7570. The reason why this is an area of interest is, one, that is your orb high. Two, large orders came through at that level. Three, you're kind of forming also a lower volume, low volume node at this area. Yes, sir, Leo. It's 15 minutes. Pay attention here, guys. Time to focus up. What's going on here? Large orders coming through. What's price doing? You're stalling, right? Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the delta profile. If that continues to build while price is being sustained and not creating new highs, that may be your early indication that, hey, maybe there's price absorption here, meaning that, you know, buyers are trying to push up, trying to buy it up, right? And yet price is not moving. So that's your buyer's absorption, which is bearish. Still too early to tell, right? But that's something that you can keep an eye on. Also watch the Heatmap for any type of indication of aggressive sellers coming in. I'm starting to like this, guys, for a short trade, scalp. I just need a possible swipe, maybe a swipe up, and then a trade back below, right? Or a rejection and then a retest, right? A retracement. That will be my entry. So I want to see a swipe of a liquidity sweep above the high and trades back below, or again, a push down for a retracement to enter the trade. If you're entering just because you're seeing these large deltas here, buy deltas and seeing absorption, you're entering without confirmation. So size down, right? Because you might be early on the trade. I'm not saying it's invalid. It's just you're not waiting for the proper confirmation that I look for in an absorption trade. You've seen me, you know, maybe once or twice entering early and getting stopped out and then re-entering based on that same, you know, same strategy. So just be mindful of that. If I take this short, my first target would be the 7576 and then 7572 area. 150 is my minimum for the big trades. That can change. I'm probably gonna change that possibly tomorrow, today or tomorrow. Because I mean, you're seeing these large. This is an example of you see these large trades of being kind of the norm right now. So I wouldn't want to see 150, right? Because 150 is not considered as a big position for me, based on what we're seeing now. So I might adjust it to 200. Again, if you guys are using Motivewave, I will be providing. Just give me some time, right? I do get busy. Give me some time. I'll be posting all. I'm going to be sharing all my setups or all my settings for the heat map and for my chart in the Discord. There's going to be a specific channel for it. And again, if you guys have anything that you guys want me to add there, just let me know. Any suggestions? Of course, of course. It's the beginning of the month, guys. So this is the perfect time, right? This is the perfect time to kind of focus up, stay disciplined, and really go at it. Set some goals that you want to accomplish for the month. Looking for these 7588s, guys. I'm gonna mark it here. If we can break below the 7588s, I might take a scalp here to the downside. If we can break below the 7588, that's where your big trades came in. So you got the high. You just made a new high a day, right? Now I would want price to kind of get aggressive, push back below 7588s, and might take a short there with my stop loss above the 7590s, maybe even the high a day. Again, just looking for a scalp. But need to see 7588 here to be broken down. And if you're long, right, if you want to look for a long, if you're long bias, you want 7588 to act as support here, right? For the next leg up, you look to target 7600. Okay, so that's my bullish plan and my bearish plan. It's going to revolve around the 7588 level. Seven five eight currently acting as support. I'm watching the heat map here. Who was asking about Nasdaq, right? Pullback. Look where it bounced. 28,530s. That's where we bounced. So if you guys were looking for a dip there, that was your bounce there. Mib overslept. Good morning to you, sir. Another big aggressive buyer there at 7593. Getting a push up. See that? That's your bullish plan there. Anybody got into the 7588 bounce? 7588 bounce. Pushed up. Again, I'm not opposed. Again, the trend is up, right? I'm not opposed to you guys playing the upside. For me, it's not just ideal for me, right? That doesn't mean that you can't take the trade, if you see the setup there. But that was your bounce opportunity there at 7588. Now you're looking for a 7600 price target. Good stuff. Just I don't want you guys, if you guys are long, I don't want you guys looking for, trying to what do you call this? Chase the price, right? I would like you guys to look for pullbacks, where, there's good levels on the order flow to take the entry. So this is going to be your line in the sand today for me. All right, if we start breaking right below it, I think I'm interested in looking for a short there. We got 200 in Nasdaq, then close immediately. I'm scared for losing there. There's a 2 chance I can make there. It's probably on right. Yeah, it's Xenos. One of the things that kind of helped me with that type of like being scared, type of emotion is sizing down. So, and also understanding and following where your stop loss area is. So I think you being scared is stemming from you're thinking about how much you're going to lose. So if you're able to kind of fixate your loss, right, and accept it, then I think it'll help you from not being scared and just staying in the trade. The 7588 is from the big trade. So if you zoom in, right, I was talking about how there was large delta imbalances right around this level, and you can see it here as well, 738, right? You can see the blue bubbles as well, right at these levels, and price was stalling, as you can see here. If you're just don't look at this. So if you look at it like this before the breakout, price was stalling and delta was building up, and as we were breaking out, right, that became my important level because that's where the buyers were. So I said that, hey, if you're looking for longs, look for a retest of 7588 where it's supported to play the upside. If you're bearish, you're looking for a 7588 break, right? And you play it to the downside. things are gonna be more clear, and you'll understand it better as you're watching these streams, because I walk these trades on a day-to-day basis, and you'll see some examples here. Good morning. Good morning. So again, if you're long, as long as the 7588 holds, right, you're looking for more upside there. Final target is possibly that 7600. Above 7600, man, I have nothing until 7614 to 7630. That's my next monthly supply. 7594, not really. I mean, yeah, it's a low volume node, but remember, for me to validate a low volume node, I need to see a strong push above that level, right? I need to see maybe like a 5-10 points move away from this level for me to consider that as a low volume node. Under 758, we could start looking into target LVN. This is kind of far. Maybe we can start with, if we start breaking there, maybe we can start with targeting this first, where the big trades happen, the 7572 to 7578. And then where we really can start to see a shift in today's trend is if we start breaking below the 68s. If we start breaking below that, that's your overnight high, that's your orb low, right? We need to see some aggressive seller stepping in there. Then there's a high possibility that we can hit this 7556 LVN. The high volume node, gotcha. All right, what's happening here now? Again, same thing that happened here at 7588, right? What's happening here? You're starting to build positive deltas, right? Aggressive buyers coming in here, trying to push price up, and what's happening? You're stalling. And remember what happened here. What did price do? You pushed up. Are we expecting the same thing? Are we going to push up here? Or is this where we're going to start rejecting? This is why, order flow is very, very helpful, because you can immediately tell when there's a shift in the orders that's coming in. Currently, we're still seeing aggressive buyers controlling the tape, right? Until that shifts, again, I'm gonna keep saying this, I know I sound like a broken record. Until that shifts, I think the short bias or short idea will be short-lived. Not saying it's not gonna work, but I would look for maybe scalping shorts, because the easy trade is up, right? Currently. Be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Nasdaq approaching that 28,700 level. Remember, that is our overnight, or that is our long-term supply. That's also where the overnight high is sitting and the prior high. Prior high is 28,725. Overnight high is 28,698. Let me just do a visual here really quick. So if you see my screen here, this supply zone has been a level of resistance where price has been rejecting, right? And when you were trading above it, it acted as support. Once you traded below, what happened? Last couple days of 2 weeks ago, acted as supply, as you can see here, price rejection. And then look at it on Friday, rejected, overnight, rejected, right? So this is a level that we need to overcome for more upside here. But inability for price to get above, I think we can see, maybe a turnaround here to the downside. Again, that's not just an intraday level. That's a long-term supply zone, as you've seen. If you guys are long from the 7588, this would be the level that you would start managing your position. Again, not financial advice. You can do whatever you please with your position, but that's the level where I would start taking profits. Three minutes left until the IB is formed. That's your initial balance. I'm going to remove this level now, the supply, since we're right above it. Not currently, Simone. I am watching the order flow and see if we can spot any aggressive sellers or absorptions here. Sellers are really stepping in here. Look at this. Sellers, aggressive sellers coming in. And yet price is still holding. Keeping a very close eye here on NASDAQ at 28,700. Can we just tap 28,700 NASDAQ? Positive delta profile is really building up here, guys. Really building up here. And we're stalling. Accumulating it for another new card. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Thing is, I don't want a long here. There's not much liquidity above 7,600, right? 7,600, you have about 230 lots sitting there. 7,602, and then 7,605, but nothing significant. Sellers are really trying here, guys. They're really trying. Well, thank you, Leslie. Took years of getting slapped around by the market. Trust me, I didn't just wake up and, started being disciplined and patient. Lost a lot of money. A lot of money. A quick spike and reject would be nice here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That would be beautiful. I think a spike up to the 7,600 and then trades below 75.96. I would take that. Like to trap more buyers. Get everyone excited at that 7,600 break. Or stop out early sellers, right? Stop out early sellers and then go in the right direction. Here's NASDAQ approaching 2,700 area, 2,700. Snap this back up. Trap those sellers. Trap those early sellers. Snap it back up. Grab those liquidity at 7,600 and trades back below 7,596. I will take that short. We got about 23 likes here. Can we get that to 30 likes, fellas, ladies and gents? Really appreciate it. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. Just smash that like button. Just helps with the algo. Come on, market. What do you want to do? We'd like to be done here by 11:30. Watch NASDAQ here. It's trying to push up. If you guys are NASDAQ traders, watch NASDAQ. There's a lot of liquidity at 28,700. You just filled those. Now you're pushing up. One ES, do it. Just push up. Let's push up. Let's push up. NASDAQ, another high. Your prior high is right around that 28,725. Is that news? That's kind of an aggressive break above 28,700. No, SPY would move. ES would move as well. If that was news. Really big delta imbalance there, guys. 7597. Sheesh. Look at this. Buy side imbalance there. Xenos. Don't think about it too much, man. Just move on from it. I don't want you to bring that that feeling to your next trade, because then that's gonna mess you up. Just take the profits. It's fine. Even if you didn't hold, just fine. It's fine. On to the next trade, right? On to the next trade. This is not a sweep for me. A sweep is a quick move to the upside where it immediately gets rejected. $7,600 pushing up. Buyer stepping in. What are you going to do after this? Keeping an eye here again on the 7596. Again, if 7596 breaks, right, I am looking for a quick scalp targeting 7590 to 7588. If 7588 breaks, I think that's going to be another entry for us to take the short side, targeting 7580 to 7576. For longs, again, this was your area for a potential long. This is going to be another area, right? 7596 could be your potential bounce there for upside continuation. We're running out of room here. Congrats if you guys are still in the long. Congrats. You guys are getting paid. Again, I really don't have any levels above 7,600. I got nothing until 7,614 to 7,630. That's your monthly supply there. I would I would really like us for, to get a pullback here to join this trend. Yeah, my Motivewave is bugging now. I just remove all the orders there, which sucks. Keep an eye on Nasdaq at 28,700. Keeping an eye on this buy here at 7602. Watching how price react at that level. There more aggressive buyers stepping here at 7602. If that gets trapped, I'm looking for a short there. I might take an early entry short here. Would like to see Nasdaq break 700, 28,700 to the downside. Again, keeping an eye. I'm giving you guys a heads up. Keeping an eye on the 7602. Watching Nasdaq at 28,700. If that breaks, that could be our confirmation there as well. More orders hitting that 7602, as you can see. More buyers there attempting at 7,650. More buyers there again, 7,601. They're really trying here. This is the thing. I need to see it shift. I need to see the difference between what happened down here at 75.88 and what happened down here at 75.96. Right? I don't want to see this consolidation when those big orders are coming in. I want to see a hard rejection, right? That to me is a shift that, hey, this might be potential buyers becoming trapped. Right now, it's still painting the same picture. You're getting these aggressive orders, right? It looks like it's an absorption, but guess what? Boom, you get squeezed out. And then here at 7596, 7597, saw the same thing, right? Large aggressive buys, as you can see here, the delta profile. Looks like an absorption, and guess what? Boom, get squeezed out. I need to see something different here. 28,700 got tested on the NASDAQ, and you are bouncing hard. Back above 15 points. This is what I mean by, reading the price action, right? Reading the order flow. This is how you properly read it. Like, just because there's absorption there doesn't mean that you're going to enter right away. You want to see confirmation. That I'm not saying it's not going to work, right? If you want to enter that trade because you see absorption, feel free to do so. You're more than welcome to. For me, it's not checking all my boxes right now. It's checking one box. We're seeing the orders coming in, aggressive buys. Price is not moving up. That's one box check, right? That's a possible absorption. Now I need to see a strong move to the downside here. Or I just need to see some sort of selling, right? Aggressive sellers stepping in. I can't simply enter the trade just because I see absorption. Again, if you guys are NASDAQ traders, where did the price bounce? 28,700 to the T. That's our level of confirmation as well. If that breaks, right? If that breaks and the NAT and ES starts to break below maybe 7596 or maybe even 7598, that's going to be my confirmation. So if I take the trade, don't just follow blindly, right? Again, it's not financial advice. You shouldn't follow my trades, but I need you guys to understand why I'm getting into the trade. Testing that 7601, 7602. I don't know why that got deleted. All right, Leslie said, but for example, your next area you look at is 96, but would you let it first price sweep into that low volume from below so they stop out some buyers then regain the level? Are you talking about if you want to be long? If I want to be long, yeah, the 7596, you would want this to be supported. I wouldn't want a sweep below it. I think a sweep below it, it means that there are aggressive sellers, and I'll probably look to add into that position for more downside. Typically in trending days, right? You don't see that much sweeps into like level of support, right? For it to get back up. You probably see it in the first 30 minutes to an hour of market open, but I haven't seen that much during like after 10:30. Like on trending days, I don't see that much, sweeps of liquidity and then trades back above. All right, testing that 7602. Sellers are trying to step in here. Man, did my stream drop? A lot of you guys dropped. NASDAQ, goodness gracious. You tested that 28,700, just skyrocketed. Peaked above the 7602s. Sellers are trying to step in here. Again, it's just weak. Weak. We're not seeing the movement. We're not seeing the aggression. You're seeing the sellers stepping in, but what's going on? Like, you're just slow price action, slow rejection. There's no intent, right? There's no intent in the selling. I need to see intent. I see the absorption, I see the sellers, but I need to see intent. I need to see aggressive push. Good stuff, Barat. Yeah, I'm starting to not like it. I think we're just gonna chop here to the upside. I'll give it another 15 minutes here. But if I leave, I'll update you guys on the Discord. But keeping an eye here on the monthly supply, and if I see anything, right? If I see anything, I'll update you guys there as well. But right now, we're not really seeing anything currently. You're shorting here, Leo? Where's your stop loss at? Make sure you have a proper stop loss. Seeing some activity here now. It's a really wide stop loss, Leo. Oh, you're probably sized down, right? Watching this 7602 again, it's still an important level for me. Kenfo, always with the positive energy. Appreciate it, my guy. The next liquidity for Nasdaq above is for right now is sitting at 28 866 or 865 and then 28 900. Below, I'm not really seeing any significant orders that are sitting out there. Again, these are limit orders that I'm naming. So high day there for ES. Man, might be a no trade day for me. If you're looking for continuation long here, again, 7596 and then 7588. But above here, you can look at the 7600 to 7602, but that's, again, we're trading really high up here. Application is closed, Flavio. It'll reopen back up again in probably in a month or two. So just stay tuned. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not, Leslie. It's trend is up. Trend is up. Again, the reason why I'm looking for a potential short scalp is because we're far away from our area of interest, right? For a potential long. 7596 is down here, and then 7588 is down here. So, for me, it makes sense to look for a potential scalp short at this level, right? For targeting these areas of interest for upside. So you can call these as support levels. Yep, risky to short. Need some type of confirmation here. Believe me, I'm itching to trade. Mondays, right? You haven't traded for the last 2 days. You're coming in today. You're just trigger happy or want to press the buttons, but gotta stay disciplined. Today is also the first week of the month. Jeez. Watching paint dry. Yeah, you and me both, G1. You and me both. G1 said, I really hate this type of day slow grinding one side market. At least give us a pullback, right? So this pullback might not come in until our supply zone is hit above, and it might happen in the afternoon. Because again, NASDAQ, I honestly don't have any levels around here. You can go for like psychological levels at 28,900. The 28,800 right now is acting as a resistance, but I got nothing until 29,000 on NASDAQ. If we don't get a movement here by around 11:10, 11:15, I think I'm calling it a session here. Live to trade another day. Yep, stay out of trouble. Hey, also, just because we're not in the stream, that doesn't mean that you guys are gonna go and just trade your life away and just start clicking buttons. Remember, remain patient, remain disciplined. Just stay out of the chart. Just log off if the setup, if we're not seeing anything this morning. Maybe set some alerts on your chart on your mobile for those areas of interest. You got some trade copia today as well. Nice. Nathan, be careful on copy trading on your accounts. Have you found success in your trading? Have you gotten payouts? And if you have, I mean that's good, but if you haven't, I don't think you should be copy trading your accounts. It's just gonna amplify your losses if you don't have any proven track record that you're able to to make money off of the prop firms. Okay, so just make. I hope you understand that, right? It's basically amplifying your losses if you're not profitable yet, or if you're not finding success in prop firm trading. All right, here we go, guys. You're back below the 7602, 7600. Keeping an eye here. I don't know about grains. I mean, gold, yes, but it's just about liquidity, right? I don't know if it's liquid enough for you um, to apply the order flow. in gold. I've never traded that. All right, sellers are start to come in here. Keeping an eye here on the 7602. Again, this might just be another pullback for long, right? 7600. So if you're long bias, this will be your area of interest, 7600 to 7602. If you're short bias, you want to see aggression stepping in here, which you're not seeing right now currently. This is just another dip buy. Oh, nice. Good stuff, Nathan. Starting to see something here, guys. Keep an eye here. I might take a stab here short. Sellers are starting to become active here. Here's your retest, right? And sellers are coming in. Right, you got aggressive sellers here, retracement up, more aggressive sellers coming in. It's just so slow. Price action is just so slow. By the way, G1, if you're still here, you got some good stuff, bro. Very skilled with those edits. That was fire. The one that you sent me. Thinking about taking a stab short here, guys. Just watching this, watching it here. It's just the price action is just slow. I need to see some aggression, but I'm starting to see some weakness here. Starting to see sellers being interested at this level. They're starting to show their hands, right? We got lots of sellers at this level. You got the initial push down, you got the retracement, and what's happening? Sellers are defending that price there at 7605 to 7603. 7600 psychological level is now acting as a support. If I'm looking to enter here, I think I need to see, I don't know if we're going to get this retracement here at the 7604 again, but if we do, I might take a stab there, anticipating a 7600 break, and then targeting 7596. Trade is invalidated if we break high day. So that's my short trade thesis or idea. If price was moving fast, I would have taken this trade right now. I'm getting all the confirmation I need. Again, sellers came in here at the 7604s after topping, right? Creating a high day. You got an initial push down into the 7600, right? You bounced, you retested and rejected, right? If price was moving fast, I would have taken that trade. It's just slow. This is just, you're seeing the attempt there. There's an intent there for sellers. It's just slow. Buy me a beer. I got you, fam. I got you. Keeping an eye here. Nasdaq. There are some aggressive sellers stepping in there. I'm gonna try this short here, guys. On ES. Looking for a 7596 break. Stop loss. Yeah, I'm gonna put it a high day, above high day. Seeing some aggression there on the Nasdaq. I'm using that as another confirmation there. I might add into this at the break above, break below 7600. I'm only in 3 micros. Again, looking to add into this at the break below 7600 with aggression. What just happened? What the heck? I don't know why I did that. Might stop us out here. Watching closely. We need to break back below 7604. This level cannot act as support here, right? We need to trade back below 7604. Sellers are really attempting there, guys. They're really attempting there at 7604. They're trying. Can they do it? Very slow price action. Sheesh. Watching it here. NASDAQ, aggressive sellers came in, and then now you're trading right above it. That's not a good sign. For a bearish thesis to come true here, the 28,750s need to break on the NASDAQ for continuation to the downside there. Leslie said the reason shorts hard for me here because we gapped up and we were above IB high. No, 100%. 100%. Like I said, the shorts are low probability, right? And the only reason and I'm sized down for it, one, and two, I was looking at multiple confirmation, right? For me, it was a good enough time, good enough. I got stopped out there. It was a good enough information for me, given the fact that we had sellers there, we retested, we pushed down, we're looking for continuation there. Nasdaq as well showed some sellers coming in. So am I gonna try this short again? Just given how slow the price is, I don't think I'm going to. But if I see another opportunity, right? If I see another setup, same thing, right? Sellers coming in, I'll take the trade again. Just a slow price action. I think I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I think it's best instead of trying to force a trade here. Because I can't, to be honest, I'm feeling the FOMO now, and if the longer I stay here, the longer I'm gonna try to either try to short this, right, for every seller that I see, or I'm gonna FOMO into playing the long side and then get caught up on that pullback. Like this one right now. Like I will try to short this again. More aggressive buyers there at the 7606. $570 lots at 7607. $570 lots there at 7607. Have a good one, Nathan. Yeah, I'm gonna head out here soon. I'm just watching how this 7607 acts. Upside liquidity is at 7610 and then 7615. Not big. You got about 143 at 7610 and then 173 lots at 7615. And you got 1,000, I think 1,000, no, 230 lots at 7620. That's also where our supply zone is sitting at. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a session here. So we took about one trade, right, from the 7602, 7601. About a 4 or 5 point loss there with 3 micros. But that's the only trade that I saw for a potential short, where sellers kind of showed its hand and then just didn't have any continuation. The reason why I wasn't looking for longs is because we were just overstretched, right? I was actually looking for pullbacks into the 75.96 to 75.88. So going forward for the rest of the session here, keep an eye on the monthly supply, and we're getting a move there now. Just keep an eye on the monthly supply at 7614 to 7630. That's where you can possibly get some type of rejection there. Uh, but again, just be careful in trying to short here. As you can see, we tried it once, didn't work out, and I don't think I'm going to try it again. So I'm just gonna call it a day, and get back at it tomorrow. But if I see anything, again, I'll try to post on Twitter or X, and definitely going to be posting on the Discord if I see any other setups that that looks good. All right. But as always, guys, have a good one, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Peace.